Terraform MCP, Docker MCP Server, Docker MCP Gateway, and Docker MCP Hub. These four components form the easiest way to set up an AI-powered Terraform assistant. So let us explore each and every component. Hi, this is Murli Dhulam, founder of ITS Code Private Limited, architect, trainer in the area of DevSecOps Azure, AWS, Kubernetes with AI, ML, IoT integration. Till now, I have trained more than 5,000 plus students and 1,000 plus students working with top MNCs. Also, we have developed Fira, which helps small and medium scale businesses streamline operations, scale with confidence. So today, let us discuss about how to set up AI-based Terraform assistant along with Docker MCP. Let us see that. Now let us see Terraform providers. So just imagine if you are trying to create any script. So you need to select specific version. These are all Terraform providers. Just see, these are all providers. Now we need to create one solution. So Azure or AWS or whatever solution, right? So whenever creating any solution, first we need to refer specific provider version. So if you ask any questions, your Copilot, right? So it will refer some default version. Default version, let us see that. So let us see. So here this is the our Visual Studio Code. So here let us enable our Copilot. Let us observe. Let us try to write some script. So here I already enabled Copilot. Just go back to your extensions. You can see Copilot, GitHub Copilot. So here we enable extension. You can see this extension. Now just go to your Copilot. This is the one. Open chat. So here you can open your chat. Now just see. So here you can see that. So always it should select agent mode. So agent mode just select, and also whatever model you are going to select, you can select it. As of now, here I'm trying to select some GPT 4.1. So if you ask some questions, let us say I would like to write some script. Draft script, Terraform script. To create Azure Kubernetes cluster with Azure provider, Azure Terraform provider. Just enter this query. Once it is done, it is trying to process this request. Now it is creating script, drafting script. It is trying to draft Kubernetes cluster script. Now just see here. So it is giving some inputs. It is asking us to create a folder. Let us open our folder. So this is the folder I'm trying to open. So let me open one of the folder here. Workspace, Terraform. So Terraform MCP. So now create script. Kubernetes Terraform script. With Azure provider. So here we selected our workspace, Terraform MCP here is selected. So we are trying to create script for our Azure Kubernetes cluster. Right? We are creating script for Azure Kubernetes cluster. Okay. So now here we need to add MCP server also. If you want to add MCP server, as of now, just ignore. Without MCP server, let us try this. Okay. So without MCP server. So by default, it is trying to select one of the default version, you can see that. Now we executed the script. While executing the script, this LLM model will be process this request. So as per the LLM model history, previous record, it is trying to reach only this version, previous version it is trying to reach. So just go back to your provider. So Terraform provider here. So just go back to your Terraform provider. So Kubernetes provider. As of now, we are using Azure, right? Azure Kubernetes provider. So as of now, latest version is 4.43, but it is showing 3 point something, right? 3 point something version it is showing. Now, if you need specific versions, right? So we can start using our Terraform MCP servers. So we can start using Terraform MCP servers so whatever component you need, you can specify that. So let us see that scenario also. How to integrate Terraform MCP server. Let us see that. And before that, we need to observe our Docker MCP also. So let us go back to this documentation here. So second one, let us see Docker MCP. So for that, you need to install your Docker desktop. Just install Docker desktop. So this is the Docker desktop you can see. So once you install your Docker desktop, so here there is an option called MCP toolkit. You see, this is the option. Okay. As of now, here we didn't add any servers, MCP servers. We didn't add any MCP servers. Also, you can see catalog. This is the MCP catalog you can see. Right? These are all different servers you can see. Different solutions you can see that. Suppose if you are trying to integrate the solutions, you can see that. And also, previous classes we discussed why we need to go for MCP. Right? Suppose if you are trying to set up secure data sources, secure connectivity with our data sources or any component, we can start using our MCP servers. So just see, these are all different components. You can also see category wise also. Just see, these are all different categories. You can see that. Now, next one. Okay. And also just see clients, how to connect these tools, right? So you can use Claude desktop. You see, these are Claude. You can also use Claude desktop. Okay. And also just see, and currently we are trying to use our Visual Studio Code. So because within our Visual Studio Code, we already implemented our GitHub Copilot. So we already enabled GitHub Copilot. So we would like to use same thing, right? So let us see that. So just go back to these scenarios. So here you can see other components. If you observe, there is an option called connect. If you click this connect option, it will ask you credentials and then you can start connecting your Claude. Similar way, Cursor, other tools also there. Okay? But as of now, let us go with our Visual Studio Code. How to set up this scenario? Let us see that. How to integrate this Visual Studio Code. How to integrate with our Visual Studio Code. So for that, just drop down this. So here you can see that. Okay? So manual installation. So suppose if you are trying to set up the scenario, you can use this option. And also just go back to this documentation also. There is a documentation for how to use MCP servers in the Visual Studio Code. So just see, these are all different options are there. Different options, just see, let me show you this one by one options. Right? Install MCP servers directly web server. Right? Currently we don't need this. And also just see, you can add to your workspace. Let us see that, how to add to your workspace. Or you can add to your user space. MCP servers to your workspace, and or you can create file in your workspace also. So as of now, let us see the steps, how to add the sections to our workspace. Let us see that. So this is the one. So first, just go back to this folder, workspace, and here you can create one other folder called .vs code. .vs code. Okay. So within this folder, let us create mcp.json. Just create mcp.json and just copy this section, mcp.json. Let's go back to this section. So here you can create mcp.json file. Under .vs code, you can create mcp.json. just paste this. And here you can remove it. So because it's already detecting. So just remove .mcp, right? So just see here. So here we enabled our Docker, MCP Docker. We are integrating with our Visual Studio Code. So here we are integrating with our Visual Studio Code. You can see that. Now here you can start adding multiple MCP servers here. Okay? You can start adding multiple MCP servers. Now, so let us go back to the steps. So here we are adding this MCP server, right? As of now, we used workspace, right? So workspace means whatever workspace you are providing, the settings will be applicable for only specific workspace. Suppose if you are trying to provide user-wise, just use this user configuration as well. And one more option, automatically discover MCP servers also. So just check this option. If you click this option, automatically it will display whether it is enabled or not, right? Just go to this option, just click this option. Now it is trying to open Visual Studio Code. And here you can see, let's see here, it is trying to check. So here we already enabled user workspace. Here we already enabled. So in this way, you can see that. So here we enable MCP discovery enabled. Now, so next steps. So here you can see the settings as well. And also let us see other options as well. Now we would like to understand how many MCP servers integrated or installed with our Visual Studio Code. Right? Further, just go back to the section. So just see. So here, just go to extensions. So here it will show you this option. So here it will show you this option. Here already enabled Docker MCP. So just now we added, right? Just now we added this configuration. Just see. Let me show you this. MCP.json. So here we added. Now you can start this Docker MCP server also. So now let us see. So this is the dashboard. You can see whatever MCP servers or what MCP instances added. So here you can see that. Now you can start this MCP server also, Docker, MCP Docker. Now why we are creating all these things? Because just now we executed one script. Whenever you are trying to execute any script with our LLM models, it is trying to fetch old versions. As per their history, it is trying to fetch all this information. But we need customized things. I need latest version. So here I need latest version. Okay. So whatever latest version is there, I need that. So for that, we are trying to use this. So MCP servers here. So let us use our Docker MCP, Terraform MCP as well. So let us try to add that. So how to add that? Just use Control-Shift-P. Right? Just start this server. You start the server. You see it is saying that running state. And before starting the server, just go back to your Docker MCP. This engine should be up and running. Okay. So this engine should be up and running. Let's see here. Okay. Then, so now once you create your containers or other extensions, like we are going to set up now Terraform. So let us see that. So let us go back to the steps. Control-Shift-P. Once you enter this, just use list servers, MCP list servers. Okay. So as of now, just see here, it is showing some options. Let us enter one more time. Control-Shift-P. Okay. List MCP servers. Okay. And just see here. Okay. So here our MCP Docker server is running. MCP Docker server is running. So why it is showing automatically Terraform as well? You see here. Okay. So here there is a concept called gateway. You see previous scenarios. If you observe a Claude previous configuration, this is our configuration previous scenarios. You see, just go to edit config. Right? So here you can see that. So within this file, every time you need to mention multiple Docker servers. Let me show you these options also. So you see, suppose if you are trying to create your MCP servers, every time you need to mention in this way. So you need to mention manually. Instead of that, now you can start using gateway, Docker gateway. So by using this gateway, automatically it will send the request to So whatever instruction you are giving, so based on that, it will send request to specific scenarios. In this way, no need to mention all these things in this by using your gateway. Let us see this documentation also. MCP Gateway, you can see that. MCP Gateway. So you see, so solves problems related to developers, security teams, operations, right? Different teams. You can see that whoever is using the solutions, right? So in this way, you can see these scenarios. So these are all things will be included under our MCP toolkit. This MCP toolkit, you can see that. Now let us start our MCP Terraform MCP here. So once you start your Terraform MCP, that container will be visible here. So let us try to initiate it. Just enter Control-Shift-P. Just enter list servers. Now the server is top right. Just click this option. Then start server. Start server. Just see. So here we initiated server also. Just see it is running. Now just go back to your section. Just see here. Just now 5 seconds ago, HashiCorp Terraform MCP. You can also see this structure in your MCP also. It is trying to fetch from HashiCorp, right? Just see here. Just go back to HashiCorp. HashiCorp also you can see MCP section is a separate section also there. So you can see that Terraform MCP servers. So this section also you can see that Terraform MCP, same concept we are discussing here. Now, so here we are able to see our MCP. Now, so by using this MCP, Terraform MCP, now I would like to ask one question. Right? Like I would like to create my script with the latest version. Right? Create Azure Kubernetes with create Terraform script. Okay. With Azure provider. Terraform Azure provider. Azure provider can mention that. Okay. So with latest version, with the latest provider version, let us mention Azure RM latest provider version. Let us create it. It may take some time. Okay. So just see here. So run get latest provider version. Now Terraform MCP comes into the picture. So just see here. Now it is fetching latest version 4.43. Okay. Now it is fetching 4.43 latest version. You can also see that version also. Terraform registry. Just go to your specific version. Right? 4.43. This is the latest version, right? So in this way, you can start implementing the solutions, right? So whatever things you need, so customized way, your own customized way, you can use it. But if you use every LLM models, right? These models, so they will give you response based on their history or based on their data, old data you can see, right? So in this way, you can see this Terraform MCP server also. Now here we observe these concepts, right? Now let us go back to the section and one more URL is there. So Docker Hub, Docker MCP Hub. So these are all things you can see that. Okay. So just see here. So whatever solution you need, these are all different use cases you can see. So you can start implementing the solutions. You see different sections as well. AI tools, so many use cases are there. So these are all things you can see. So by using that, we can simplify our process. As of now, we discussed only Terraform. So many solutions are there. In terms of like our automation, so we can start using the solutions. Let us recap our session one more time. So here we observe Terraform. So why we are using Terraform? Suppose if you are trying to onboard your resources, infra resources, so we need Terraform. Right? So further, different providers are there. Suppose as a operational engineer or DevOps engineer, if you are trying to automate your environment, we can start using this Terraform script. So we can use Terraform script to automate this entire scenarios. But so whenever you use basic scripts, right, it will give you old data. Instead of that, you can start using MCP servers. By using Terraform MCP server, you can customize where you can implement solutions as well. So further, we are taking help from our Docker desktop. So here you can start pulling your Terraform MCP, and also we are trying to integrate with our Visual Studio Code, right? So here you can click this option. Now you can see, right? So here also you can click these options. So you can observe your extensions also, whatever extensions are there. And also we explored about MCP Gateway. MCP Gateway also we discussed. So instead of mentioning all these MCP servers in the list, so if you mention gateway, automatically request will be redirected here. Here we mentioned gateway, right? MCP Gateway. So in this way, we can simplify the process. So please go to the documentation. If you like this video, please share it and subscribe. See you in the next video.